Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another stream in our Total War Modding Showcase stream series, where we look at the various wonderful mods the Total War community has made over the years, shine a little lovely spotlight on them, and yes, basically share with the world the wonderful work that's gone on in the Total War community. Which, you know, I used to be part of the Total War modding community myself back in the day, so I have a very personal, vested interest in it, all of it, frankly. Today we're looking at Age of Justinian AD 555, which is a mod for Total War Attila. I'm also using the Medieval Kingdoms music pack at the moment, which is why you've got different music to vanilla. As the title of the mod suggests, it takes place in the 6th century AD, back when Justinian was on the throne, although actually the mod starts right towards the end of Justinian's reign, the last years of it, when the Eastern Roman Empire basically kind of reached the peak of its territorial expansion, more or less, before it began shrinking again, never to really recover or regain that particular form of glory anyway. It's after the conquests of Belisarius, basically. There is a Belisarius DLC for vanilla Attila that you can play, but this is kind of set after that, if you like. Here we go, Age of Justinian. These are your playable factions. You've got the Hephthalites, the Avaroi, you've got the Roman states, which consist of Corduba, the Kingdom of Moria, the Romano-British, what's left of them at this point, and then you've got the actual Roman Empire here, named Romania. And there's the extent of what they control in the Mediterranean at this point in history. The initial challenge is rated as very hard, although to be honest with you, I would rate it much easier than you know, playing as either of the Western or Eastern empires in the vanilla game, to tell you the truth. You've also got the Eastern Empires. You've got the Alans, you've got Banu Ghassan, the Arabs, essentially. Armenia. I don't know how to pronounce that, to be totally honest with you, but it's the Turks, in other words, I think. And you've got Persia. Sassanid Persia. Well, look at that hat. Well, how amazing is that? Led by Iran Shah. No, that's the name of it. Sorry, no, the faction leader is actually Khosrau, who I'm not super up on my Sasanian Persian history, but I'm given to understand that Khosrau was a pretty successful ruler. He was a pretty big deal. It is a marvelous hat, isn't it? Yeah. You've got the Eastern Germanic kingdoms. You've got Frisia, the Saxons, based in southeast of England, or would become England. You've got Thuringia, Saxonia, which is the Saxons that remained in Germany, the Gepids, and the Goths, based over there in Crimea. You've got the New Kingdoms, Neustria. You've got the Kingdom of the Regnum Suevorum, based over there in Iberia. You've got Regnum Visigothorum, the Visigoths who settled in Spain. You've got the Langobards. You've got Austrasia, whose capital is based out of Soissons. And you've got Aquitania as well. This is, you know, kind of, this is post the fall of the Western Empire, and, you know, modern Europe is slowly starting to coalesce into being as a result of the settling of these various Germanic tribes. You've got the Norsemen, so you've got the Angli in this case, so the Angles, with their capital of Erfurwick, which is modern-day York. And what else we got? We got the Celts and Vascones. We've got the Picts. We've got the Vascones, the ancestors of the Basques, I think. The Scotti over in Ireland, because obviously the Scots originally came from Ireland. They are unrelated to the Picts, which may surprise some folks. And then you've got Alt Clut, which is one of the Brythonic kingdoms that was located up in southern modern-day Scotland, just beyond Hadrian's Wall. With a nice doggo, look at that. The Desert Kingdoms, we got Banu Lakum, the Garamantes, Quraysh, Aksum, Himyar, and the Saracenoi, who I think start as a horde faction, judging by that picture there. And the deserts beyond the frontiers of the Roman and Persian empires and beyond the reach of their stooges, the Banu Ghassan and the Banu Lakum, live the desert Arabs, the Bedouin, whom the Romans call Saracenoi. These are a tough and nomadic people wandering with their flocks from oasis to oasis, so on and so forth. Who knows what they might one day achieve if only they could somehow be united and given a cause for which to fight, but the Roman Emperor and Persian King of Kings lose no sleep at this prospect. Uniting the Saracenoi would take a miracle, as unlikely as an angel speaking directly to a merchant of the little trading town of Mecca. Foreshadowing, ladies and gentlemen. And then you've got the Slavs and Balts, which at the moment is just the Aesti. I know absolutely bugger all about them. But they're there. They exist. There's actually quite a lot of playable factions in this mod. Many of which I know feck all about. It has to be said. There's a lot of factions based over in Britannia, actually, which is kind of nice. It's very crowded, couple of little islands over there. Anyway, we're going to play as the Romans, though, because, I mean, it's called Age of Justinian, not Age of any of these other guys. This mod looks cool, but wow, this is a real blind spot in your historical knowledge. It is a little bit for me, too. I mostly know about it from reading the novel Count Belisarius by Robert Graves, which is one of my favourite novels. So I know about this period of history as it relates to General Belisarius and Justinian, and not an awful lot else. So particularly, actually, I don't really know much about the time period when this mod actually starts, because this mod pretty much starts where all of that ends. You know, the conquest of Belisarius are largely done and dusted at this point. And Justinian himself, the man himself here, is getting kind of old, and he dies of old age pretty early in the campaign, so it's called Age of Justinian, but actually it's more like Age of what comes after Justinian, realistically. So, I'll leave it on normal difficulty. We'll read the blurb for them before we get going. The age of great conquest has passed. Justinian's dream of reconquering the old Western Roman Empire now a fading memory. Constantinople had stretched its resources to the limit in extending Roman territory from the Pillars of Heracles to the deserts of Arabia. Now is the time for consolidation, for enemies encroach from all corners. North of the Danube River, the Slavs, nations of ferocious, brawling fighters, are stirring, eager for plunder and war. Further east, a new terrifying nation has ridden out from the unknown vastness of the steppe, gathering allies in their wake, the Avars. Constantinople's toehold on Hispania is tenuous as the Visigoths seek to drive out the Romans from the peninsula forever. Can men and money even be spared for land so far from the seat of empire, seized opportunistically and yet to realize any worthwhile financial benefit? Italy, which had cost Constantinople so dearly in men and money, remains a work in progress, its historic riches long since plundered by decades of war. Its people, bitter and loath to forget Constantinople's excesses in its reconquest. Nearby, the Franks and Lombards greedily watch Italy, ready to strike at any sign of Roman weakness. As ever, in the east, the capricious might of Iran Shah, had to think about that for a minute, looms with its mighty armoured cavalry and countless levies. More golden gifts surely must soothe relations and forestall yet another Persian invasion. Money is tight, and Constantinople's exhausted armies must be rebuilt. Then perhaps Roman glory can dream again of restituta orbis. Cultural trade is imperial allegiance, can levy units from friendly hordes passing through Roman territory. A faction trait is gold and stable, straddle the crossroads of the world and take pick of everything that passes by. Trade tariffs plus 50%, and equine expertise plus 2 experience for cavalry units upon recruitment. So yeah, we want to get trade agreements with people that'll earn us extra monies as the Romans. Here we go! Not many games go for the years 300 to 1000. Yeah, they don't, do they? It's a shame, because that's just one of my... I find it to be a particularly interesting period of history. Honestly. Love me ever as simple as... So Iran is etymologically linked to Aryan. Yes, I think so, yeah. Hence, well, that famous letter that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote to the Germans when they, you know, were asking him questions about publishing The Lord of the Rings in Germany, or was it The Hobbit in Germany? I forget which. And he went on a little bit of a rant about how Hitler and his compadres were about as far from Aryan as you could actually get, because Tolkien understood what Aryans actually were, historically speaking. Right, here we are, everybody. Check it out. It's the Roman Empire in 555 AD, after Belisarius has run around trying desperately to conquer it all, and being frustrated by the efforts of just about everybody else around him the entire time. The heart of our empire is, of course, Constantinople, all the way over here.
Ready for battle.
We've got Flavius Belisarius himself right there, the man himself, who in this mod I believe has, yes, he has his own unique bodyguard unit, the Bucellari Belisari, the Biscuit Eaters, his household regiment of heavy cavalry archers, who were pretty fucking legendary, basically. They were amazing, and they have fantastic stats in the game to reflect that. However, once Belisarius is gone, they're gone too. If we look at the man himself, he's 55 years old, he's getting on a bit at this point. He's intelligent, he's strong like an ox, he's beloved by all, and he has the rally ability. He doesn't appear to have a wife at the moment, which is interesting. I can't remember whether or not his wife Antonina was dead by this point. I know that Theodora is dead at this point. Because as we can see, yeah, there you go, Flavius Justinianus, his wife Theodora, is dead at this point. Theodora herself being an absolutely legendary historical figure in her own right, we shouldn't forget. But yeah, he's 73 years old at this point, is Justinian. No, sorry, wait a minute. Yeah, no, that's his age. He's got 61 influence. His son, Justinus, is set to take over from him when he dies. He's married to Sophia. And who's this guy? Is he? What are you, like a adopted son, or what are you? You come down after Justinus in the family tree, but you've got a yellow arrow, and I can't remember what that means. It's been ages since I played Attila. Tiberius Constantinus. Right, we got to assign governors. There's all sorts of busy work we need to do, isn't there? We've got Narses. Narses is another famous historical figure from this period. The eunuch general, who was Belisarius' arch rival on a number of occasions. Yes, eunuch. Personal influence -1 per influence earning situation, and cannot have children. Phlegmatic. Cold and uncharismatic, this man is difficult to like. He is better. He is one of our better generals, though. I'm trying to figure out if I recognize any of these other guys, but I'm not sure if I do. It'd be kind of cool if, like, you could see which religious faction they belong to on here, but I don't know how relevant that would actually be at this time, because the whole Greens versus Blues chariot religious factions were a big thing in this period. But anyway, here's Italy, such as it is. The place is a mess, basically. It's an absolute trash heap. It's been plundered. Some of these settlements, actually, we need to be effectively recolonized because they're desolate. Yeah. It's a disaster. We got a few armies knocking about here. We've got Olympius up here with his numerous militum and a couple of units of Castrenziani, rather. Some archers, some light cavalry. This army's a bit more. This army's a little bit more. This is led by Narses, right? Yeah, he's got his Antisignani, his Limitane, Sagittari, Graves, all this good stuff. His Numidians. Let's see. Oh, who's this over here in North Africa? Gennadius. With a little army over there. We've got a fleet. Liburnian galleys, Liburnian skirmishers. And then over here in Spain / Iberia is where things are spicy because we're actually at war currently with the Visigoths. And behold the sum total of our army that's actually in Iberia right now to actually fight the damn Visigoths. It consists of Commentiolus and 4 units. 2 units of slightly meh infantry, some archers, and some very meh light cavalry. Not fantastic. Really not fantastic. Yeah. Oh, I've just noticed Belisarius also has his Huns. He's got 2 units of Hun cavalry archers. Because yeah, he had a complement of Hunnic mercenaries that used to follow him around as well. It's kind of fun. Who else are we at war with at the moment? Let's have a look. We're at war. Oh wait, no, wrong person. We're at war with the Kurigoi, the Kutrigoi up there. They're a horde faction. And the Saracenoi, and then the Visigoths. Would the Saracenoi like a peace deal? They would, apparently. Sweet, that works for me. What about the other guys? The Kutrigoi, would you guys like peace as well? No, apparently not.
Ready for orders. At your command.
What do we got going on in the east over here? We've got Amantius with a little army over here, and we've got Isaac hanging out around Nova Traiana Bostra. Over here we've got some puppet states, haven't we? Let's have a look at these. Who are our puppets currently? We've got you boys, Lazica, and Abazgia? And we're military allies with Nabatea down there. And defensive allies with the Anti all the way up there for some reason. Interesting. What we need really is trade agreements right off the bat with everybody we can possibly get them with.
My friend,
because these will get us lots of money because that's one of our faction buffs, benefits, whatever. Okay, so Persia. Would you guys like to trade?
let us use our time together in wisdom.
We'd be getting more out of the deal than them, admittedly, so I can see why maybe they're a little reluctant for that. Can we not maybe offer you a little bit of moolah to change your mind, though, however? Looks like no. They're not interested. What would you like instead, perhaps a... Oh, we've got a non-aggression pact with them already. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know where to go from there, diplomatically, honestly. Trade agreement is usually the next step, but... kind of seems like they're not interested. Oh well, it's Persia. We're inevitably going to have to fight them at some point, I suppose. It's our income next turn is 615 monies. Our tax level is a kind of medium level at the moment. How's public order and whatnot? Just generally across the board, it's not too bad. -1 over there in Thessalonica and Dyrrachium. Why would that be? Taxes, religious differences. Oh gosh, religion causing problems in the Byzantine Empire. Shut up. No way. Surely not. Gold veins, small gold mine. We need money and we need public order. That's the two things I need to focus on here. And we need to get troops to Iberia. That's the other thing we need to do. The other thing we need to do is get some guys over there somehow.
We hunger for battle. Drop anchor.
Alright, I've got you guys on boats. I'm thinking we might want to send Narses over there as well. With his big fat army of awesome dudes here. Not that awesome, but they're awesome compared to most of the other stuff we've got access to right now. We can get scooter toy levies, that's all he can recruit right now. In Rome. Can I put you in force march mode? Yes, I can. Alright, Narses. Get your ass to Iberia. Okay. Is it just me or is the game audio a little quiet today? Feels like it's kind of quiet. I feel like we could turn it up a bit.
We hunger for battle. Ready for battle.
I may have to turn it down again later. What do we want to do with Belisarius? I guess we could merge you with this army up here. Who's this? Artabanes. Artabanes.
Make haste, men.
Because I'm sure probably there'll be some fighting to do over here. Not right now, but eventually. There you go. You can have all those units. And we'll march you a little further in this direction while we're at it as well. And you, sir? Well, heck, I'm just going to disband you, I think. Save ourselves a little bit of dosh.
Ready for orders.
Who's this over here? Arsenius. Alright, we'll have you guys link up, because I think we'll probably end up at war with, like, the Gepids, or maybe one of the other factions up here at some point. I'm not sure. Right, Latin baptistry. Well, that won't do, because our religion is not Latin Christianity. It's the other one. It's Greek, I think. I don't know how you find that. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's the religion stuff. Yeah, Greek Christianity is our official religion. You got Latin, and you got Monophysitism, then you got Arian Christianity, Germanic paganism, minor religions, Zoroastrianism, Manichaeism, Slavic paganism, and Judaism, all the way down the bottom there. So, this Latin baptistry will simply not do. It needs to be a Greek one instead. It's going to cost us a chunk of change to convert that, though. Is the thing. I got to make some very careful choices about what to build, where. Honestly. So I could convert this into a Greek patriarchal chapel. Public order's rubbish at the moment in Rome. I think I'm going to do that. Civitas. We can upgrade that to a municipium. It increases food consumption. Already, like, negative food consumption right now, which is a bit of a problem. And there's no way of really dealing with that either, unfortunately. Public order goes up a little bit. More wealth. More garrison, etc., etc. I should use you guys to settle Verona.
Commander.
Colonize. We can't. Why can't we do that? Why won't it let me do that? Do I not have enough money or something? I think I don't have enough money. Apparently it's very expensive. Makes sense, I guess. Let's have a look at Ravenna. Public order's a bit shite here and all. How much can I afford to lower taxes by? Wrong button. Oh boy. Not at all. If I lower it even by 1 notch, we're suddenly down to minus 3,600 a turn. Oh, okay. Whew. Right, we're not lowering taxes then. My god. Food is a problem everywhere. This is, unlike Rome 2, food consumption is kind of done on a province by province basis. And if your food consumption goes into the negative in a province, it has really quite drastic public order effects. So getting our food consumption up is a bit of a priority. What's annoying is there's never really a way to take food from one province and move it to another, which kind of annoys me. Because like you see this North African region here, it's Zugitana et Baizakena, or whatever we want to call it, this North African region, produces shitloads of food. Buckets of food, as it did historically. But I can't really take any of this this extra food and you know, bring it over to Italy where people are friggin' starving. It's kind of annoying. So there's no point in upgrading their fields and whatnot here, really. It's not going to get us anything. What we need is fields over in Italy. But it's very difficult to actually bloody do that. We've got undeveloped land here. I guess we can... There we go, fields. That's a start. Food plus 10 from agriculture. 40 additional food as well on top of that. Plus 8 per local fertility level. Fertility's rich, apparently, in Venetia et Histra. So that's something. How's Liguria? Liguria is also pretty annoyed. Their food's at 0. What kind of farms would we like to get here? Sheep flock would get us buckets of cash. Not as much food, obviously, as going for wheat fields, though. Well, actually, no, it does get you more food. Although it doesn't get you... Oh, I see. It doesn't get you the additional food. Gets you the base plus 30, but the sheep flock, for example, gives you only 25 additional food on top of that. But the money, though. The money. Yeah, we're going to go for a sheep flock. That's nice. Also, this is a ruined docks, which we could turn into a jetty, which will provide us with some dosh. I think there's ruined docks all over the place here, actually. Yeah. Syracuse, in Tarentum, but we're out of money for this turn, so that's our lot, I think, basically, for now. This Vicus needs converting into a, like, Eastern Vicus, I think. Oh dear, what a shambles. Oh, Justinian, you wanted to reconquer Italy, but you never really thought about why should we reconquer Italy other than because we should. It's almost like you didn't plan quite far enough ahead for what was going to happen afterwards. Deary, deary me. We got an army over here as well. I'm gonna bring you down here. How much is public order affected, I wonder, by having an army in a city in this mod? Oh, it definitely improves it having an army in town. It's the opposite of how it works in Rome 2 with Divide et Impera. So if we want to improve public order up here a little bit, put an army in the town. Now it's -4 instead of -8 per turn. I'd love to leave my army sitting around doing garrison stuff, but unfortunately I need them over here in Iberia in order to stop the Visigoths from taking all of my stuff, and they're probably going to take a good chunk of it, actually, before I can turn the situation around. Justinianopolis over there. Formerly known as Thapsus, I think. Oh, we've got a tiny little army down here, actually, at Berenica as well. I don't know if... I feel like ooh, should I disband you? Eugenius? Or should I just move you up here and merge you with these guys? I'd probably move you up here, actually, I think. It's probably the smarter call. It's the smarter play.
Ready for orders. At your command.
Likewise, I'm going to merge you. Which is the better general, though? One moment. Uno momento. Who's better out, Martinus and Amantius?
Commander,
I think
Ready for
Martinus is the
battle.
better general.
we hunger for battle.
He has slightly better stats. So,
Ready for battle. March.
there we go. And Amantius, you're getting disbanded, Milado. For now, anyway. Let's have a look at the politics screen. Who do we need to worry about? Power's balanced at the moment. Weirdly, if we were to get our power up to respectable, public order would suffer, but we'd get more loyalty and more integrity for our forces. If we go down, we lose power. Actually, public order goes up, but integrity of our forces and tax rate and stuff starts to go down. So obviously there's an interesting balance to be struck here. There's offices as well we're going to hand out. Governors to be assigned as well. Awful lot of them too. Let's see about offices to begin with. Let's start assigning some family members to offices that will get them influence. Vir gloriosus. Sure. You, Tiberius. Apparently you can't have any. Maybe because it costs too much money or something, I don't know. We need governors. I can't remember if it costs you money to assign a governor, though. I think maybe it does. Or maybe not if you have... We need to hire a new candidate to do it, I think. And that would... Yeah, that costs us dosh. I think once we've disbanded some generals, actually. I think in the following turn they might be available to become governors. Are there any other generals out here we don't really need at the moment? You, for example, Arsenius. You can hand over your troops to Belisarius and we'll disband you as well. And who we got over here at Salona? We've got John. Joannes, aka John. I'm tempted to leave you for now because that's a decent chunk of troops you've got there. I suppose I could move you over in this direction to meet up with them. I don't think there's any other armies I want to get rid of right now. Can we recruit any new units over here? We can get some Scutatoy levies and some Makoi Padzoi. Medium axe infantry. They're not that much better. I guess the axe guys have more charge bonus. Much better armor as well.
Sign up, lads, for a good and glorious life.
Alright, we'll recruit you, because I think we desperately need some extra troops over here, in fact.
Ready for battle.
I mean, I don't have the money for it, but yeah, mercenaries is something to think about as well. Wavering loyalty, Artabanes. Well, I've disbanded it now. War weariness. Ah, yes, this campaign uses the war weariness feature from the Age of Charlemagne expansion. It's tracked up there. Current war weariness is 0. That's going to be a problem, though, if we let the Visigoths start taking territory. Mission issued, Chapter 1 preparation. Okay, cool. Survive until 557 and we'll get some money. Very good. Alright, cool. That's all that. Taken care of. Tech is the next thing we need to start worrying about. Now, I believe we get some reforms very early on, actually. As the old Romans. I forget where it is exactly. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it's this one here. Military standardization. You get that relatively early. It costs you some money to do it, but then it unlocks recruitment of numerous militum, which replaces the Scutatoy levies, as well as some ships, and a general's bodyguard upgrade as well. The Dux gets replaced by the Comes. So that's something to work towards. Functional specialization, which enables building of, looks like a bunch of barracks type buildings, and then we get Greek philosophical revival, which lowers corruption. I was going to go with that to begin with.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Alright, and that'll probably do it for turn 1, I suppose. I can't think of much else to really mess about with right now, other than maybe turning off taxation for a few provinces that are getting particularly unruly. Like Carthago Spartaria here, which is pretty pissed. The Latin chapel certainly isn't helping. Well, yeah, let's do it in turn. Yes, I know I can assign governors. I can't afford to right now, though. Any argument for cutting our losses in Iberia? Not really, to be honest. Hello. The Visigoths have arrived, and there's no hope of us winning this. So, auto-resolve. That's the first town to fall to them. Ah, it's done that wonderful, lovely thing where it rotates the map upside down because there was a siege. Nabatea wants us to attack the Saracens. No. It's alright. Cost of war increased. War weariness has increased, yeah, because we lost that town. Morale -1 to all forces. Recruitment capacity -1 in all provinces. Public order. No public order penalties just yet. You don't get public order penalties in this mod with war weariness until you get to the really extreme levels of war weariness. Then public order starts to suffer. But for now, all provinces, our recruitment capacity has been lowered by -1, basically to reflect the fact that we don't have quite so many willing recruits because the war's not going very well. Therefore, we don't have quite so many guys volunteering to join in. And also morale's lowered as well across the board because we're losing. Wavering loyalty, Artabanes. Where are you douchebag? There he is. 2 out of 10 loyalty. Could we do something about you? We're gonna get old Justinian. No, Justinus here to do something maybe, or maybe we can get Justinian to try and figure something out here. Secure loyalty maybe. Try and secure Artabanes' loyalty. Meanwhile, which provinces really need governors is my question at the moment. And what do the edicts do? What are the edicts we have available to us? Christian progress, which ups research rate and public order. Oh, but only from the presence of Greek Christianity. Divine liturgy, more sanitation, religious influence for Greek Christianity, and morale training. Urbanization, less construction cost, more tax rate, and rural development, more food, more growth. So it doesn't seem to be a lovely magical give me more public order edict, sadly. Which will make life a little more complicated because we've got negative public order across most of our damn empire at the moment. Slowly chipping away until eventually it's going to bubble over into a revolt. Well, I suppose Constantinople could do with the governor. Seems like an ideal place to start. So Thracia. Who's going to be governor of Thracia? Amantius, maybe? Arsenius? Arsenius is like 10 out of 10 loyalty. Not quite right. -1 cunning. So cunning, what does cunning get you? Neutral effects for all of his skill levels, but cunning would get... Authority gets you more morale and public order. Cunning gets you maintenance cost lowered and upkeep lowered for your troops. And zeal gets you basically nothing if you're a governor. If you're a governor, you want cunning and authority. Authorita! How do you compare to Amantius? He's neutral effect level for all of his as well, isn't he? Although they do have that all extra unique trait, don't they? A taskmaster for him. Arsenius, what have you got as your little trait? Master planner. Okay, I think you make a better governor. So, congratulations, you're now governor of Thracia. Our Tabanese, your loyalty's so damn low, I don't feel like putting you in charge of anything, frankly. Amantius, what could we do with you? I don't know. Let's just put an edict down here at Constantinople at least. Christian progress, divine liturgy, urbanization, rural development. Wonder which of my provinces makes the most money. Is there any way to find that out? Yeah. There's some little upgrades we could do here. Get a sheep flock. Get us some additional dosh. Right off the bat. It's relatively cheap. Maybe Syria could do with a governor. Or Egypt, for that matter. Manchester, I think I'm going to make you governor of Syria. And as for the edict, I'm going to go with... do we have any... Okay, we have positive food at least. So that's not an issue. What's the... Ooh, religion details. What a mess. Monophysitism is really popular here. So we should probably go... Rather than Christian progress, divine liturgy. And then over here we can go... Greek Christianity is not naturally pretty darn high in Thracia, so... Divine liturgy or Christian progress. That only gives us up to +4 public order, but it's something, isn't it? Go Christian progress for now. Hey Obagova, how you doing? Let's not forget to move these guys as well, actually, while we're at it.
Ships to port.
Try and desperately ferry more troops over to Iberia so we can try and take control of this situation over here. Because they're all over the place, these guys. We need spies and stuff as well. We need agents, really. But I don't think I can afford to recruit one at the moment. And all I can recruit is, well, looks like spies in this place. I can't recruit anything else. Oh, hello. Is that a Visigoth fleet over there? It is, by Jove.
Your orders? Ready for orders.
Interesting.
Harder men.
Might go and try and sink that. Hope he doesn't try to sink Narses. That would suck.
Ready for orders. We hunger. Ready for...
How you doing up here, Belisarius? Is there somewhere we could move you to increase public order? Yeah, let's bring you over to Tremontium here.
Set up the watch.
You can try and keep order there with your army. There you go. That's the public order and the positive. Thracia. Yeah. Hello, Visigoths. What you got there? Spear infantry, axe guys, archers, and some shock cav. It's not an amazing army, but then again, ours is pretty shite in its own right. So I wouldn't get too cocky if I were me, and I'm not. I am me, so I'm not going to. Office secured. Okay, Justinus has got his office secured. Very nice. I think I'm going to slap the end turn button again now. Not much else to do, I think, as far as I can tell, except for, oh, yeah, move you.
Hunger for battle.
Continue moving you in this direction.
Would that I were...
And move you guys
Call this
into Edessa to boost the public order a bit. Might want to consider moving you down the road to Emesa, actually, to boost their public order. But you're right across the road from Nisibis. You boys, if the Persians declare war on us, Martinus and all your friends here, you guys are like the first ones in the line of fire. So I don't necessarily want to move you away from Edessa if I can help it, because Edessa is a pretty darn good city. And I think the Persians probably have allies up here as well. I would hazard a guess. Yes. They're allied with Abashar, Aria, Kartli, and Iran as their puppet states. What about Armenia? They're very friendly with Armenia, but I don't think they're actually a puppet state. But we can probably count on Armenia, you know, fighting us as well if it kicks off with the Persians. I'd really like to avoid that, frankly. Right now, I'd like to just concentrate on the Visigoths and then not have to worry about too much else for them for a while. But, I mean, you know, unfortunately, we're the Romans, so that therefore we are public enemy #1 across the entirety of Europe. And I imagine everybody around us is smelling weakness at the moment. Let's see if we can bag a few trade agreements. Yeah, here we go. Austrasia, would you guys like a trade agreement? No. Anyone else? Corduba?
Welcome,
our
worthy friend.
Roman cousins? Roman successor state cousins, I guess you could say. I don't suppose the Persians would be any more amenable to a trade agreement now than they were before. Let's sort this by attitude. Neustria. Trade agreement? Brilliant. I probably should have done a lot of this last term. Regnum Suevorum.
The Lord will have me listen to you.
Okay, good. The Gaetuli.
Welcome.
Would you guys like trade? Moderate success chance. But it failed. I'll try again next turn. Regnum, the Mauritanians, would you guys like trade? Yes, you would. Did we already ask you Austrasia? I can't remember.
Sure you have many
Yeah, success chance low. And then we're getting into the red angry face factions. Although you never know, actually, with these guys. Some of them, occasionally, might actually go for one. Depends on other mitigating factors, doesn't it?
I have little gain in wasting the... Welcome. Speak.
But not on this occasion. Alright, well that's a few extra trade agreements in the bag, and my god, yeah, that's done a lot for our income. So I should have done that a bit more thoroughly in the previous turn, I guess. Got ourselves some extra monies. And let's end turn. Yes, I know I can assign more governors, but I'm not going to right now. You need to just keep reinvesting this money every turn into new buildings and stuff. And hello, Visigoth fleet. Don't like what you're doing there. Go away, please. Crap. There's a lot of them. It's like 2 pips on the thing compared to our 2 pips, which made me think that maybe it was a little more evenly matched than it clearly appears to be. What? No, run away.
Retreat! Retreat! We must
Bravely run away! Oh no. Oh, thank God for that. They didn't actually attack us the second time. What are the Saracens up to? We're no longer at war with you, so they're just wandering through our territory like weirdos. No, I'm not going to attack the Saracens, my friend. I got other shit to worry about. Call to... Oh, no. Okay, so the Otrigoroi are attacking the Gothoi, and the Goths are actually our allies. I feel inclined to decline and break alliance, if I'm honest. Won't do our reputation many favours, but... Sorry. You're on your own.
Your orders?
Alright, let's get you guys over to Carthago Spartaria. Alright, you're safely in port. You guys, let's get you out of friggin' double time stance. Can we recruit any mercenaries? We can. We can recruit some regular stuff too, actually.
Fleet reporting.
Let's move you out of there. Can we merge you with this?
Advance.
You can hand over all your troops, and then we'll disband you, I think, for the moment.
At your command.
Be interesting to see if we can get the Cordubans on our side, actually, in this little fight here. That could help. I think I want to move you guys into port.
Docking.
And as much as it pains me to do it, recruit some extra units so we can try and sink these Visigoths. What do we got access to? Liburnian galleys, Liburnian skirmishers, and artillery Liburnians. That's significantly more expensive than everything else. I feel like... what have they got? Snekia, longship, marauders, light melee ships, light bow ships, light artillery. It's a Liburnian, no less. It's a Roman one. And then you got Leovigild here with his towered Liburnian warship, which is probably equivalent to whatever Photius has got. Liburnian warship. Okay, I don't think it's quite as good as his. It's not, in fact. It's tier 2. His is tier 3. Well, that's no good. What mercenaries are available? It's the same, pretty much, just as mercs. Now that's interesting. These are cheaper than actually making our own artillery Liburnians, and the upkeep isn't that much more. I'll take it.
We need good, strong men. We need more ships. Recruiting more ships.
Right, next turn we'll have a bigger fleet than them, and hopefully we can try and sink them. In the meantime, I'm a little bit worried about Narses. I think we're going to have him dock at Corrales for now. Safely out of harm's way. You remember being so fascinated with Justinian when you were younger? Hi, by the way, Dr. Fat. How you doing? Good to see you. Right, what else do we want to spend our monies on? Could upgrade this, couldn't we? Also, we could upgrade this to a jetty instead of ruined docks. Yeah, we need to keep fixing our ruined docks everywhere, don't we? That's a ideal starting point, actually, in terms of stuff we should fix that will immediately get us a big income boost. Right. Tech. Regional traditions. Codification of laws. Or functional specialization. That would lead to hereditary service. Ooh, big upkeep cost discount. Yeah, let's go for this functional specialization. What are that? Loyalty secured. Ah, brilliant. We managed to secure... We've got +3 loyalty for our Tabanese. He's less of a problem now. Been playing a lot more Dwarf Fortress lately. Yeah, I'm thinking of... I'm waiting for adventure mode really to come along before I seriously dive back into Dwarf Fortress again. But I have to admit, I've been getting the itch.
Ready for orders.
Been definitely getting the itch. I've been partially scratching it by playing lots of Against the Storm recently, which is I picked that up a little while ago, like a month ago, and I've really properly started getting into it now, and I've been really enjoying it. Very chill little fantasy city builder.
Ready for battle. Yes.
How is Against the Storm? Honestly, mate, it's fantastic. I understand probably about only a 30% of that game in terms of how to actually play it properly. But it's very flexible in terms of difficulty settings. It introduces you very gently. It guides you through how stuff works. It holds your hand until you feel confident enough to brush the hand away and try and figure it out yourself. It's pretty darn good, honestly. It's got a lovely, wonderful, gorgeous art style as well, and the game looks and sounds lovely. I love the general sort of theme of it and everything. It's fun. It's pretty good. It sort of reminds me a little bit of if you somehow managed to cross Dwarf Fortress with Pharaoh. Actually, no, not Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress is a different thing entirely. It's got Z levels for one bloody thing. Imagine if you managed to cross RimWorld with Pharaoh, or Caesar 3, or those kind of city builders. It sort of feels a little bit like that. Yes, I did see the Empire at War 64-bit update. I would be more excited if I actually knew what that really meant for Empire at War, generally speaking. It's like, yeah, I guess it's like you're probably not going to get any more out-of-memory crashes. But I think that's the only thing that's actually really changed. So, okay, Eugenius.
We hunger for battle.
This is Isaac. Who's better?
Ready
You look to be
for
about as
battle.
good as each other, really.
Ready for orders.
So I'll just disband you,
We hunger for battle.
freeing up more of the budget. You showed it would run for smooth. It doesn't. I loaded it up. I played a little bit of Thrawn's Revenge after the patch dropped. Absolutely no difference to performance whatsoever. It's still the same old stuttery mess that Empire at War has always been. I'm afraid. It didn't. It's not like it added, as was pointed out to me in yesterday's stream. It's not as if it was. It's not as if the patch added multi-core processor support or anything like that. It literally just means that the game has access to more of your RAM. So you're not going to get any out-of-memory crashes. But to be honest with you, I wasn't getting out-of-memory crashes anyway to begin with. So I don't feel like anything has changed since the patch. Probably the modders know more about it though. I'm sure there's lots of little things they're going to be able to take advantage of now that the game is 64-bit. But I mean, for the average end user's experience, I have noticed absolutely no difference whatsoever so far. You thought it was more like Warcraft 3? What, Against the Storm? I mean, graphics style-wise, yes, it looks a little bit Warcraft 3-ish, but I think gameplay-wise, it really doesn't play like Warcraft 3 at all. You're watching the yesterday's stream. I really enjoyed that, you know. I really like Realms of Ruin. I'm actually a little bit surprised. You know how it is with Warhammer video games, right? Like 90% of them are trash. So every time a new one comes out, you mentally brace yourself and prepare yourself for the fact that it's probably going to be rubbish. Or at the very least, it's going to be a bit average and mediocre and bleh. And I ended up being pleasantly surprised by how much I'm actually enjoying Realms of Ruin.
At your command.
Okay, anything else to do this turn? Anything else? We're out of Dosh, so nothing else to build, is there? Remind you of Dawn of War. It reminds me more so of Dawn of War 2 than Dawn of War 1, but yeah, totally. I can't. That Visigoth fleet turns out on the banner thing. It's 2 pips, just like our fleet. But actually, as it turns out, they've got more ships than us, and I suck at naval battles in this. So if I want to win, I need to outnumber this fucker 2 to 1. I feel like. So I'm recruiting a whole bunch of ships. Next turn, I'll take the fight to him, and hopefully, once I've sunk his fleet, I'll actually disband a bunch of these ships, so they're not eating up my budget. Yeah, end turn. Yep, go. I tell you what, though, one thing I do like about Attila is look how fast the end turns are in this game. Especially compared to Rome 2. Uh-oh. Here come more Visigoths. Oh, are they bringing their fleet to help them take Malacca? They are. The dicks. I'm tempted to fight this manually just to try and inflict some casualties. But I don't think I'm going to bother. It'll just waste time. We're on the clock here. It's a one-off stream, so... Oh, they've wandered off. They took Malacca and they've buggered off. Right, that's not going to do our war weariness any favours, but we're gathering for a counter-attack. It's okay. It's okay. You know very little about AOS lore, but still very much enjoyed completing the campaign. Hope the game receives more long-term support from Frontier. Yeah, me too. Me too. I was pleasantly surprised by how well behaved everyone was as well. Unfortunately, Age of Sigmar has a way of bringing the Salt Lords out of the woodwork. You know, I was bracing myself for the inevitable Age of Shitmar comment from someone who thinks he's absolutely hilarious and deserves a comedy award for thinking of such an original insult. But I was pleasantly surprised by how jolly nice and behaved and polite everybody was. I can't say I expect the same from the YouTube comments section, but as far as Twitch chat was concerned, you were all delightful, very lovely, civilized people who, even though those among you who didn't particularly care for Age of Sigmar, you were able to express your views in a polite fashion, and I'm very proud of you all. Well done. But anyway, I want to move this army out here to try and retake Malacca, but I'm conscious of the fact that some more marauding Visigoths might come marching down here. What we need is a spy. What we need is a goddamn spy. You, Albinus Adrianopolis. You're our man, I think.
Heaven be praised. I am a shadow.
You can't move very far this turn because we just recruited you, but you are going to be watching the northern passes. Are there any mercenaries worth grabbing? Mercenary Germanic Warband. 20 attack, 32 defense, armor 20. They look decent, actually. And where's that fleet gone? It seems to have just... Oh, wait, they brought it over here, didn't they? I remember now. Alright, motherfuckers. The Roman Navy has arrived. Oh, God, have they got reinforcements? They do. Oh, I see what's happened here. Hispania has been released as a puppet faction for the Visigoths. And they've got Roman-style units. I was a bit confused. I wasn't sure who I was looking at here. This is a problem then, because they've got reinforcements, even in the form of dudes in transports. You know what? We're going to save scum a bit today. I'm going to quick save, and I'm going to try and fight this battle out and see what happens. Because theoretically, a bunch of transports with regular ground troops in them should be easily dealt with, but I don't know if that's really going to be the truth. In fact, I think one of their reinforcing armies doesn't even have boats. They're just troops on land. Total War naval combat scares you. It does me too. I really suck at the naval battles in Attila and Rome too, and I feel like frequently they're a really good way to lose a huge investment of resources very quickly when it doesn't go well. I was never very good at the naval combat in Empire or Napoleon either, for that matter, actually, but unlike Empire and Napoleon, a naval battle in this game could go catastrophically wrong really, really fast. So, fog, reduce visibility. Nope. I'd like some clear weather, please. There we go, that'll do. Well, there's the enemy fleet. And Here's ours. Alright, so what have we got? We've got Photius on his Liburnian warship. We've got our melee ships. We've got our skirmisher ranged shooty ships. And we've got... oh, a skirmisher ship. And then we've got the artillery Liburnian. Should we have a look at it all? Hello, everybody. This is the Admiral's ship with his very well-armored troops on board. Where's the man himself, I wonder? Is that him there? Probably is. Wait, no, actually it's not. Where is the Admiral? You'd think he'd be up here on the poop deck, quarter deck? I don't know what it's called. He's probably down here in the middle somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's the man. Alright. There's the enemy. There's these damned marauding Visigoths. With their little flagship here which has towers on it. Damn their eyes. We definitely want to try and take this thing down. There's the Visigoth troops on there, as you can see, armed and armoured pretty much almost identically to our guys. Those damnable barbarians in the 6th century AD were terribly well equipped and trained, I'm afraid. Alright. And there's their reinforcements in transports.
By heaven, I trust we have an easy fight today, men. But we know that the Lord also loves his little jokes.
Look! On the horizon! Reinforcements!
Here they come. And their wee transports. Should hopefully be relatively easy to sink. But I must confess I really don't know what I'm doing here.
We don't stand a chance! The enemy outnumbers us!
Alright, calm your tits, okay? Alright, use the whip, douse fire. Can you really ram with these things? I'm not sure if you can. I think this can. The Liburnian warship can definitely ram stuff. But I'm not sure if you guys can. I feel like you guys are more boarding action type ships. And I guess we could try and get the arty ship to do something useful. Ooh, fire arrows. I mean, that's something. We seem to be winning the battle on the flagship for the moment. This isn't going very well, though. Oh, hello. Just noticed this. What have you got on this thing, anyway? You got like a little catapult, yeah. Is this thing on fire? Yeah, it is. I do believe we won. Their flagship's gone down. Douse fire. We seem to be winning. It's all a bit of a mess. I'm not sure what the old meta. I feel like fire is very effective in this game against enemy ships, because that's the second one we've basically set ablaze now. I feel like the arty ship's doing bugger all. Are you guys wavering? Please don't tell me you're wavering. God, they are wavering. Don't need you boys wavering, that's bad. Stop running away! Faster, come on! Oh dear, it's, yes, very much on fire. Well, there's their arty ship. Give chase! Replenish ammo, actually, that's a good idea. Oh gosh, there goes the flagship. That feels so cheap. Apparently fire is the Age of Justinian naval meta. Just get fuckloads of ships with fire arrows, and you'll beat basically everything. Although, wow, that was a nice hit. This thing looks like it's about to burn down.
The ship has replenished its ammunition.
Oh gosh, they just took a hit from the arty ship. Although, okay, we got some boarding action going on over there. Oh god. Okay, yep, direct hit from the arty ship. Lots of fire arrows, it's going down. We're winning, but honestly, I don't even know how. So this thing's gonna burn down pretty soon, hopefully. Oh. Meow. Plonk. This longship does not stand a chance. We're ever so slightly on fire over here, though. Douse those flames. You replenish your ammo. You keep chucking flaming rocks. Then we got these transports to deal with. That should hopefully do it, surely. Damage 100%. Down it goes. Beautiful. This thing's going down, I think, right? Yeah. Well, it's all very exciting, mostly thanks to the awesome music. This is the Medieval 2 soundtrack, yeah. I'm using the Medieval Kingdoms music mod to jazz up our Age of Justinian experience a bit, because the vanilla Attila soundtrack, frankly, is a bit rubbish. So it's definitely helping make everything seem a lot more exciting. Alright, onwards, everybody! Who's out of ammunition? Oh, it's you guys again, isn't it? Right, replenish. 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 A costly victory, yeah, a little bit. But a victory is the main thing. Also, what are you guys shooting at? Are you shooting at something on land? Are you hunting deer? What are they doing? I don't know. Oh, I forgot. You have to micro your ships a little bit in this game sometimes. Although, okay, this has just been glitchy and weird. This thing is on 100% damage, but it won't actually go down for some reason, which means that this ship is stuck and locked in there. I don't know. Whatever. We'll go on without you. Douse fire. These guys are just sitting here doing nothing. The AI pulling a real blinder here. Hey, General Store, how you doing? So this is a little loud at the moment, frankly. At least at my end, it feels a bit loud. Sound, here we go. I'm just going to turn that back down a smidge. The music is just riotously bombastic right now. Hold on, music. Down, boy, down. Not to worry, we're still sailing half a fleet. Burn them all. Wow, look at that thing. 100% fire damage already. Yeah, fire arrows are apparently the meta here, I think. Look at them all go down. Who's out of ammo? Or it's you guys again? The old skirmisher boys. And the arty ship's nearly out as well, actually. What are you guys doing? Oh, that's their general. Get away! Try and move! Bother. You guys need to get involved there. Yep, there we go. Oh, is it going down? No, it's not. Just set this thing on fire if we can. You replenish ammo. You replenish ammo. Skirmisher lads. You get involved as well. Oh god.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Losing another ship. Heavy melee. Yeah, that's the general's bodyguard on there, so yeah, no wonder they're putting up a bit of a fight. Just keep trying to burn it down, boys.
Enemy forces have destroyed an entire unit.
Fire damage 100%. There we go. They've had it. What happened to that other ship that was over here? Is it still glitched out? Kind of looks like it. Damage 100%. Down you go, son of a bitch. Theoretically, you should be sinking right now, and yet you don't look like you're sinking. Why? Still killing plenty of you. I think. Yep. They are dying. It's glitched out like this one, hasn't it? Let's just max out the time compression. Yeah, it's totes glitched out. What if I tell you to withdraw? Bugger all happens. Yeah, it's totally fucking Attila naval battles, man. Yeah, I think they have some land units, which there's no way for me to really deal with. I don't think. We can go and have a look for them, I suppose. Oh, hello, there they are. We could just hang around offshore and pelt them with arrows, I guess. There you go, shoot him. Except you're now wavering as a result of that. Yeah, now you're running away. Oh, fantastic. I don't know how to resolve this really, other than by maybe just hitting concede defeat at this point, because those are stuck. If I go on land and land, I'll just get massacred by this little army here. And as soon as any of these ships take any return fire from land, they start wavering and routing. We turn off that damn camera shake, it's seriously annoying. Or is that not an option in this game? It's not, is it? Damn it. Ugh. Hey, Second Sense. How you doing? Well, I guess that's them routing. Can you come back, you cowards? Ugh. Stick on time compression and hope for the best here. I guess the advantage we have is that they will eventually run out of ammo, but if we run out of ammo, we can just hit the replenish button. Like so. Shimmer can't do that for the arty ship, but the arty ship's stuck right now anyway, so I suppose it hardly matters.
This ship has nothing more to fire. More ammunition. This ship will continue firing.
This all feels very silly to me, frankly, but it's just the way this is going, apparently. Just do standard shot. killing their archers. So they've got nothing to shoot back with. Now their archers are running away. They've just got this unit of, this huge unit of General's Bodyguard infantry here. That's a max size of 300. That's gigantic.
The ship has replenished its ammunition.
We've got a 30-minute countdown at the top there, and I don't know. I think that's 30 minutes until we lose, actually, because we were the attackers in this. These guys are dying amazingly slowly because they're very heavily armoured. They are dying, though. That's the thing.
One of our ships is out of ammunition.
The question is, are they going to die fast enough? No, the other ships aren't free. They're stuck, unless...
This ship will continue firing.
Has this one finally unstuck itself? It has, my god. Oh, we've done it! They've started a rout. We win. My god, finally. That was one of the glitchiest Total War battles I've ever played. But that's what you get for playing Attila naval battles, I suppose. Thankfully, they don't come up super often. But yes, we won, kind of. At least I don't have to disband all those ships. Mostly because I let them get sunk. Including our admiral. Take on warriors, ransom and release captives, kill captives. Let's just take on warriors, I suppose. Okay, duty calls. We need some dude put in charge of this fleet. Gennadius, I guess. He's reasonably good loyalty. Sure.
Ready for orders.
You can lead the fleet. Right, well that's that dealt with. I guess we could send in this army now to retake the town. Yeah, let's do it.
Laying siege to the settlement.
It was ridiculously glitchy, wasn't it? We could, in fact, I could pretty much just auto-resolve this. But let's see a bit of land combat, shall we? Let's kill what's left of that huge general's bodyguard. Oh, looks like they've got a little unit of cavalry as well. Oh, we've actually got our fleet as allies as well. Brilliant. Just noticed that. Okay, start deployment. Okay then, so let's get everybody set up.
Troops awaiting orders.
Get our barbarian axemen. Spears on the flanks. Archers up front. Our 2 units of cavalry behind, and the general and his infantry up front. Let's have a little look-see at them. Here they are. What are these guys called? This is the, yes, the Ducks. And his bodyguard. We can upgrade these once we get those reforms. But yes, very nice, very elite unit of heavy infantry. The bulk of our army is these guys. These Simakoi Pedzoi, who, as far as I can tell, seem to be sort of Foderati barbarian troops with axes and shields. And not a lot else. Some of them are wearing chainmail, actually. And some of them have helmets. And then we got a couple of units of these... What are these guys called? Castresiani. Seem to be spearmen of some description. And then on the other flank we've got... what are you guys? Limitane. Of course, the units are gorgeous. That's one of the things I remember about this mod. Age of Justinian, the actual battle map units are very, very, very pretty. Rendered in loving detail. Even look, they've even done the patterns on the backs of the shields as well as the front. How nice is that? How's that for attention to detail? Could have just left that as a blank wooden looking surface, but no, they put the patterns on the back of them too. I think, do you guys have, you can do shield screen, right? That's probably probably won't work until I actually start the battle, but you guys can go shield wall. There's like a really cool formation these guys can do, which is kind of like a testudo. Shield screen. Yeah, here we go.
We shall enter as uninvited guests and take all their offerings with great glee.
There we go, the front rank kneels. You've got the ranks behind them covering their heads with their shields. And you can just sort of march up into a battlefield, and if you've got enough spear units like this, you can just make a big impenetrable wall of shields and spears in the middle of the battlefield and let the enemy break themselves on it. Why does it say our general's under attack? These seem to me like lies. But here's our fleet. Let's have them sail over here. Oh, we're taking hits from the damn towers, because of course we are. Right. Archers, get over there, start shooting. Get over there and capture that tower. Do you guys have any projectiles? No. Well, actually, no, I think you do, actually. They are set to fire at will. But I can't tell them to manually target an enemy unit. So well armored, they're just tanking these archer shots like nobody's business. On the bright side, our axemen should be armor piercing, right? And we've got lots of axemen, so that's good. From what I remember, the land battles in this mod are actually really quite fun. I don't know what it is exactly they did with the way the battles work in this mod, but they remind me a lot of Medieval 2's battles. The units, particularly the cavalry, seem to have a lot of momentum to them. Land battles play very differently in this mod to most of the other Return mods out there. Javelins. Right, we've engaged them that way. You guys need to just get around the back, sandwich behind them. Wouldn't hurt to send you boys around here, actually. Go and capture that tower. Oh yeah, we could probably do with capturing this one as well. Oh, no, this way. Don't try and run through that mess, if you can help it. Send you boys around the back here. You should try and charge into those enemies, kill a few more of them. The ships are just hanging around doing whatever. Oh, hello. That's their other unit of cavalry up there. We'll deal with them later. Oh, is this lot already breaking? Looks like they are, yeah. Cool beans. ugly mix of medieval warfare and ancient warfare, yeah. This whole period of history is really interesting to me because of the, not just like militarily, but like socially, politically, it's a really fascinating transitional period between the ancient world and the medieval.
Their tower has been destroyed. This bodes well.
Alright, capture that tower, please.
Has fallen. Our victory grows ever nearer.
Hey, Del Monte!
Alright, you guys are making your way up there. We'll deal with that little unit of cavalry that's hanging out up here. And then that'll be that. Check out all the fleeing civilians. That's a nice little feature of Attila, actually, is the civilians wandering about. You don't get that in Rome 2. Well, Attila has lots of nice features that Rome 2 doesn't have, to be fair. The way you can burn cities down and stuff, the way the sieges progress over the turns with the walls getting damaged and stuff. There's a lot to love about this game. Incredibly glitchy naval battles aside. Before the cab does a Theoden at Helm's Deep, yeah.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
There we go, got rid of that tower as well. One thing I don't love so much about Attila, though, mind you, is actually the glitchy shadows. You see that flickering shadow nonsense? There's basically no way to fix that. It's a wonderful little feature of this game. Look how bright and colourful everything is, though. Admittedly, I am using reshade with this game, which makes it a little more colourful than it is out of the box, but still. Oh, here they come. Send in our own cav. We can go rampaging through all this. Surprised these guys aren't dying faster, frankly. Oh, there we go. Now they're dropping. And that's that.
Your victory is moments away.
Ever do a Mongols campaign with the 1212 mod? We'll certainly play some of 1212 as part of this mod showcase series. I decided to start with Age of Justinian just on a whim, really, but yeah, 1212 is a big one. And yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind playing as the Mongols, actually, in 1212. It sounds like it would probably be a lot of fun. There's loads. Oh, God, there's so many good factions to choose from in there in 1212. It's one of the things that makes that mod so great. There's so many choices. Alright, brilliant. We've taken Malacca back. We'll just go ahead and occupy, I think. And have we got the money to repair a lot of this stuff? We kind of do, yeah.
Commander,
Public orders in the toilet, but hey, what are you going to do?
How can I assist?
I tell you what we could do. So we could turn off taxation, although I don't know how. It's not making a huge difference, is it, actually, turning off taxation? They hate us pretty much regardless. I mean, a lot of this minus right now is coming from the conquest penalty, but even so. Public order is in a constant state of basically sucking in this game.
Making for port.
and trying to get it under control represents probably a bigger challenge than the actual battles. Fountain, upgrade to a bathhouse. Lowers food consumption, raises sanitation and public order, and wealth from culture. Is that worth doing, do you think? No, there's better things we can be spending our money on right now, like, for example, fixing these ruined docks. Gosh, look at Italy, it's such a mess. It's a bit of a fixer-upper is Italy right now. Oh dear. It looks like a half-eaten donut, yeah, it really is. Ugh.
Ready for orders.
Ready for orders.
Fleet reporting.
We hunger for battle.
Well, we've taken Malacca back, we've destroyed... We haven't actually destroyed the Visigothic army, have we? We destroyed the army of the puppet nation they put in Malacca before they buggered off back in this direction. I feel like we need to get Corduba on side.
My salutations and the good wishes of our people.
That's going to be
you
hard,
and
though.
yours. Of what would you speak?
They won't even go for a non-aggression pact. My God, really? Alright, never mind then. Well, we got no money left this turn, really, have we? What's the time? It's about 6:30, isn't it? We can go for another 30 minutes. Right.
Commander.
Oh, hello, Saracen friends. Now, out
Ready
of
for
curiosity,
battle.
yeah, levy local troops. We can actually recruit some desert tribesmen and some Saracenoi Hippes. Saracen cavalry, basically, from the local horde as they're passing through. It's a fun little feature as the Romans. Not really going to take advantage of it, though, because I don't need either of those units, but hey, it's a thing. Would you stop raiding my territory, you bastards? I'm starting to feel like maybe I should double-cross these gits and actually wipe them out.
At your command.
Just to stop them raiding my shit.
Ready for orders.
What do you think, Martinus? Are you up to the job? Do I need to recruit you some extra guys? Some Tagma, Scooter Toy levies. Tagma and medium shock cavalry, aren't they? They're actually not bad, Tagma. They're pretty decent as shock cav go, I think. The battlefield in the 6th century AD is increasingly dominated by cavalry. At least as far as like the Romans are concerned, anyway. Belisarius' personal guys over here.
Commander.
His personal household cavalry were absolutely devastating. They were like heavily armored, heavy cavalry with big ass lances and also bows. That's the interesting thing about cav in this particular period, is that they were like dual purpose. A lot of them they usually were archers as well as lancers, which I don't know why, but that kind of fell out of favor as the centuries wore on.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, we're playing as the Romans in 555 AD, so we have quite the empire under our control right now. Unfortunately, the problem with it is that most of it is an absolute shambles. So, basically, everything west of this line here was reconquered within the space of a couple of decades by Belisarius and friends. They took all of this back. And then, you know, they all kind of looked at what they'd spent all that blood and treasure on getting back, and everyone, I think, collectively probably came to the realization that, gosh, this really wasn't worth it. You know, we've stroked our egos a bit by retaking Rome, but at what cost is the question, and the cost was, oh my god, so many people are dead, and we are so in debt. And Italy itself these days is hardly worth even having. yes, retaking this was arguably way more of a big deal than actually retaking Italy was. And was much more easily done as well to boot, because the Ostrogoths, who occupied Italy at that time, they were way more difficult to deal with than the Vandals were in North Africa, as it turned out in the event.
Yes. Ready for orders. Commander, your orders?
I don't think there's much else we can do this turn, is there? Got a little notification thing here. Faction destroyed Hispania, yeah. I think we can hit end turn now. Brace ourselves, see what happens next. This public order disaster over here in Carthago Spartaria is not good. Why is everyone here so fucking pissed? Food is a big thing. Food is a huge part of it. Religious differences is also playing its part as well, because it's majority Aryan Christian right now, and it's actually increasing too. And just to confuse matters even more, it's got a Latin chapel. So yeah, we need food. We can convert this to fishing jetties. That would give us plus 50 food. At the cost of quite a bit of dosh. And it still wouldn't actually fix the food problem to begin with. They might need to assign a governor to this place. Who have we got available to do that? Artabanes, who's a little bit iffy. And then we got Eugenius. He's an administrator. Okay, so he's a natural governor then. Although he has... his authority is so low that actually he would make the public order situation even worse. Okay, so you're a bit bloody useless, aren't you, Eugenius? Artabanes, meanwhile, he would actually improve it slightly. However, he's arrogant. He's spurned. But he is charismatic. And for the moment, at least, he is reasonably loyal. Oh, this may be a mistake, but I'm going to put him in charge over there. Which means we can now issue an edict. And that edict, I think, is going to be... Rural development for food production. We could combine rural development with converting this into fishing jetties next turn. And that would eventually solve the food problem. Of course, the other way to solve the food problem would be to try and take Toletum and Segobriga up here, but that feels like a very long-term goal at the moment. So... unfortunately, there isn't really an edict that will just blanket improve public order. The closest you can get is this one, but it'll only improve public order up to +4 from the presence of Greek Christianity, of which there is actually very little. So I think I'm going to go rural development for now. Historically, Artabanes tried to start civil war, hence the low loyalty. Yeah, I didn't know that. My knowledge of this period really cuts off after the end of Justinian's reign. Like I have barely any knowledge of what happened after that. Very large gaps in my knowledge in this period.
Ready for orders.
Oh yeah, and there's all these guys. I don't know what to do with this fleet. I feel like I ought to disband most of it, but I think there's nothing left for it to really fight at this point. So I think I'm going to get rid of most of it. Oops. I was merged. That was not disband. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. Got a little
for orders.
skeleton fleet, if you like, there now. And yeah, that's boosted our income quite a bit. We need to be desperately reinvesting this income into, you know, fixing public order and stuff, so... All I do know is that his son Justin, or Justinus, wasn't, or whatever, wasn't even half the man Justinian was. I mean, it's, how good a ruler actually was Justinian in the end is the question you have to ask yourself, because I think the main thing for me with Justinian, based on what I know about him, and you know, I haven't studied this period in any particularly huge detail. I think the best I can say about Justinian is that he had very competent people around him, as opposed to anything particularly incredible the man himself did. In fact, on a number of occasions, he pretty much nearly screwed the pooch and had his nuts pulled out of the fire, either by Belisarius or by his wife Theodora. Like when he nearly lost the throne completely, when there were riots going on in Constantinople between the Greens and the Blues. And he nearly lost his throne because one of the opposing factions decided to declare some other guy emperor, and he was considering fleeing the city right up until the point where Theodora, apparently, according to the historical sources, basically gave him the mother of all pep talks and told him to get his shit together and send Belisarius out there to deal with the riots and restore order.
We hunger for
So...
battle. Ready for orders.
Purple is the noblest shroud, yes. Yes. God knows how much of that really happened exactly as it did, because pretty much I think, as far as I'm aware, the only main source for any of this stuff is, like, aside from archaeological evidence and whatnot, is from the historian Procopius, and as with all these ancient historians, you really just don't know how much of this shit they were making up. So... But as the story goes, that's what happened, and it's quite marvellous, quite dramatic. Oh, Commentiolus is a unassigned skill. Our general over here. Alright, Milado. Let's increase your authority. And... Ducks as well, for more public order. Oh, he's got an artist as well. Public order plus 5 local province. Well, that's handy. Assuming that most of what Theodora did was true, she should be talked about more. Yeah, she really ought to be.
My elders suggest peace. What say you?
Oh, really? You want peace, huh? Need I remind you, they have actually taken a settlement from us. They've taken a settlement, kind of got their asses beat, but not really. And now they're being like, okay, we got what we came for. Can we have peace now, please? I'll give you 500 monies. It's tempting, I have to admit, actually. It is tempting, just to have a bit of peace and a bit of quiet so we can focus on getting our shit together, and then we can have our revenge on the Visigoths later. Theodora, history's barons are... Yes, actually, that is a fantastic way to describe her. I mean, yeah. I have to admit, when Bethesda were doing all that Baron's Eye lore in the Elder Scrolls, they must have been very heavily influenced and whatnot by the life and times of Empress Theodora. You know what? Yeah, last time I played this game as the Romans, I actually rejected this, and I fought a very long and very bitter war against the Visigoths, which I did eventually win. But on this occasion, I'm gonna accept this peace offer, and we'll see how things shake out. What do you guys want? Oh, you want me to attack the Saracens? You know what?
Will your mighty armies march to meet them?
Okay. Possibly a very bad decision, that, but okay. How's our war weariness looking at the moment? It's at 0. Okay, that's fine. Imperium level intimidating. It's increased. Good, I think. Cost of war. War weariness is decreased. Okay, yep, nice. Making peace does have an advantage from that perspective as well, admittedly. Actually, I sometimes forget about the war weariness mechanic.
Commander, your orders?
I am yours.
Regardless, we do still have this spy, and I'm going to send him up here to have a little poke around.
As you
What's going off in what is in fact going on in Visigoth land right now? Right. Money. We need to be reinvesting money in things. What was the main thing we were going to do? Yeah, we were going to convert this, weren't we, into a fishing jetty. And probably ought to convert this into a Greek chapel as well while we're at it. Right, what else? We've got a lot of churches we need to flip over to Greek Christianity. And we've got a bunch of vicuses that need to be converted as well. And then there's Rome. And then there's Rome. We need... I don't think I can build anything here that's going to generate food, which is irritating. I can build a forum, though. That'll increase public order a bit. Or I could build waterworks. Or I could build a capital. I think a capital is good for public order in the long term. You can upgrade it into some nice... Yeah, let's build a capital there. And that's most of my money spent for this turn, I think. Also tech. What do we want tech-wise? This one here, hereditary service. 10% discount for melee infantry upkeep. That'll put some money in our pockets.
At your command.
Putting money in the pockets of the working man. Actually, no. Unless by working man you mean Emperor Justinian. Okay, yes, and we're now technically at war with these here Saracen fellas. So, allow me to grab some mercenaries for a moment. Mercenary Persian Brigade. They do not look very good. But they are cheap, I guess. Mercenary Persian Mounted Warriors. They maybe they're a bit more promising. Medium shock cav. Good armor. I wish I could get these onagers, but we can't afford them. Lots of, like, very lightly armoured, skirmishy stuff. I think I'm going to take these Persians.
Ready for battle.
This battle might not go very well, but... Fuck it. Oh, they're running away. Alright then. Where's the other Saracen army? It's over here, isn't it?
We hunger.
Probably send you up here to deal with them.
Ready for battle.
I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of annoying, yes, running away shenanigans going on, though.
Would that I were as swift as the angels. Commander.
Grab some cav archers and see if we can...
Leave none alive.
Brilliant. Okay, we have the potential to take out their entire faction in this turn. Alright, let's do this. We might go a bit overtime here, but that's alright. NVIDIA broadcast, will you stop making half my body disappear into the ether? It's very annoying. It's this shirt. It's this flannel shirt I'm wearing today. It seems to be confusing NVIDIA broadcast's little background cutting out algorithm. Alright, start deployment. We're going up a slight hill, apparently. So, we've got Limitane. We've got archers. We've got light skirmishers.
Into loose formation. Now.
We've got cav.
Cavalry.
And we've got the Dux with his heavy infantry bodyguard.
Forest cavalry! Mounted bowmen!
Some cav archers. We are facing off against these boys up here. I think some of which are obscured in the palm trees over there, but what are these? Banu, Judam, very light shot. Tier 2 very light shot cavalry. Hopefully my cav archers can inflict some casualties on them. They got archers, they've got dudes with wicker shields and not a lot else. They look very swish, I'll say that much. I love these big baggy trousers. And I like the boots. 10 out of 10 on fashion sense, but I'm gonna rate you a solid 1 out of 10 in terms of actual equipment. I aspire to own a pair of trousers like that one day. And a pair of boots like that as well. Okay. Time to start marching up this here hill. I mean, hill. You know, after playing an awful lot of Medieval 2 lately, I am feeling a little bit spoiled by Attila's graphics. Hell, I've been playing a fair bit of Rome 2 lately as well, actually. I've been recording a lot of the Galatian series, by the way, behind the scenes, in case you were wondering what's happened to that. I've recorded 2 episodes of that this last week, and I'm going to be recording a third very soon as well. I'm getting towards like the end of the series, and I've decided to basically just record a shitload of episodes behind the scenes and edit them all out in one go later. So it might be a little while until you see it, but
We're watching you.
I've been busy recording that this week. Shady, hello! Thank you very much for 45 cents of mubbage. But anyway, yeah, so I've been playing quite a bit of like Rome 2 this last week as well, and Rome 2 just is not as pretty as Attila. It just isn't. Even with mods. I mean, it helps that Age of Justinian is gorgeous anyway, as mods go. As Attila mods go, this one is a nice one in terms of graphics. The units are just beautiful. Especially compared to vanilla. Have there been any recordings of the game that shall not be named? You may very well think so, but I couldn't possibly comment.
Aye! As you say!
Got a bit of a march ahead of us here, haven't we? Let's let's move up over here. I hope we're not in enemy archer range by moving up to this point, actually.
Mounted bowmen! Open the
Loose spacing, get up there, start pegging some arrows away at those shot cav. They've got like no armor, so I'm hoping that they're going to be quite vulnerable to this.
missile cavalry! We understand!
Okay, not having the impact I was hoping for, really. We've got some blood splatters on the floor, and that's about it.
The enemy has been sighted.
I feel like Attila is running really well on my machine lately, by the way. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but like, performance-wise, I feel like this game nowadays is running like pretty equivalent to Rome 2 in terms of performance. Oh boy. Well, this isn't how I planned for this to go, but actually seems to be working out okay.
General, protect him.
Missile armed riders! Fire on the enemy! Steady your aim! Missile infantry!
You guys focus on their melee infantry.
Hidden units, watch out! We're being ambushed!
Limitane, get back down here. Oh, hello. Sneaky second unit of cav that was on the other flank in the trees. Now this is Attila, so I've noticed in Attila that sometimes trying to pull cavalry or infantry out of melee can have really quite catastrophic consequences. Hoping we can get away with it on this occasion though. Alright, we've routed that cav. Get you back here, the Limitane. Shield screen. You Cav, go up there and deal with those archers. Oh, hello. It's their general. What we got here? War cry. Let's use that on the enemy. How this is going for us at the moment, really. It looks like the enemy are losing. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, these guys are coming back for more. Off skirmish mode. One of these days you need to properly learn Attila because this mod looks right up your alley. Yeah. Attila, once you get a grasp on how this game works, it is really rather lovely. Attila has kind of quickly become my favourite historical Total War game. Ever since I got a PC that's good enough to run it. And I've actually learned how it works. And the thing is, the modding scene for Attila is just so good these days. Oh dear. It's like the tide's turned up here apparently. Our cavalry were winning, but now they're not. They are very much not winning. Alright, horse archer, see if you can drag the enemy down here. Try and engage them with our infantry. Withdrew. I have to admit, one of the other things I like about Attila is that the AI is actually not half bad a lot of the time in this. Naval battles excluded. This battle here is a pretty good example of what Attila's AI is like sometimes. It's remarkably, I wouldn't call it competent, but it's not as incompetent as it is in some of the other games. Like, this isn't over yet. We're more. I think I'd happily say we're more or less winning here, but the AI is microing its heavy shot cav up here remarkably effectively. I am not microing my cavalry very effectively, it must be said.
All right. Aye. Levitani. At the double.
Swift and accurate.
Are they wavering? They are wavering.
Enemy units have been rallied.
Plinking away at these guys. Oh, they've stopped wavering now. They're coming back. Okay, that unit of enemy skirmishers has had it. They did kind of suicide charge into us, didn't they? Oh, hello. Now they're engaging my skirmishers and archers, which I sent into melee because they're out of ammo. Yeah. Forests are a bugger in Attila because they lower your movement and charge speed, which is, in other words, it means that cavalry have a bit of a debuff when they're fighting in.
Our victory grows ever nearer.
When cavalry are fighting in woods, it's not good. But wait, there we go. Taking out their generals enough to seal the deal.
We are moments away from victory.
Brilliant. I think we better pursue these guys and run down as many of them as possible, really. Unit over there to run down. Well, that was a rather fun, engaging battle. I enjoyed that. Let's just turn up the old time compression. Come on. Run these guys down. Nice. I think that'll about do it, honestly. Close victory. Yeah, I'd call it a close victory. Anyway, got an idea what's going to fill the stream slot for Sunday? Nothing. I'm not streaming on Sundays at the moment. We're doing Saturdays instead. I haven't updated the schedule on the page yet, but I will need to do that. It's probably going to be Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't know whether I don't know whether I want to start that just yet. Take on warriors. Oh, are they still not quite wiped out? That's annoying.
Commander.
Well, that'll have to wait, apparently. What's the time? Speaking of things having to wait. Okay, we've gone about 10 minutes over anyway. As tempting as another battle over here would be. I really need to call it because I need to go get dinner. So, we've pretty much just run out of time, I'm afraid. But anyway, there you go, guys. A little look at Age of Justinian. I didn't get to fight a battle with Belisarius, which makes me a little bit sad. Perhaps I should have transferred him to one of our other armies. But BG1's going to continue on a break. Yeah, I mean, it is, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's hard to justify going back to it because of how poor the numbers are for that series. Anyway. What was I saying? Anyway, yeah, we're done. Stomach does indeed take priority. I'm hungry. I want some dinner. But there you go. There's a look at Age of Justinian. I bloody love this mod. And I've only played as the Romans, actually, in it so far. It's a fun experience playing as the Romans in this mod, admittedly. But I'm sure buckets of fun can be had with all of the other playable factions, of which there are many in this mod. I mean, there's tons of factions just in Britain alone. I mean, my goodness, there's loads to play around with. You can have a lot of fun with this. And it's in that very grand tradition of Total War mods and games that are set in a slightly more obscure time period, which makes me want to learn more about it. Incidentally, if you do want a kind of fun starting point that'll get you into the mood, it's not a history book, it's historical fiction, which is notably not very accurate either. But if you want to get in the kind of mood, the novel Count Belisarius by Robert Graves is a fun place to start. If you want to look at the reign of Justinian, so and the career of Flavius Belisarius as well. So that's a fun book that I recommend. It's kind of an old book these days. It was one of Winston Churchill's favourite novels, believe it or not. It was Count Belisarius. But it's a good one. I can see why it was one of his favourites, because it's a thrilling read. I recommend Robert Graves' other stuff as well, like I, Claudius, obviously, is the big one, the one that he's the most famous for, which got turned into an amazing BBC miniseries. Yeah. And yeah, I recommend checking out the mod itself, because the mod is wonderful. I love Age of Justinian. There's actually a companion mod to this. I should have mentioned this earlier. Actually, there's a companion mod to this you can get called Age of Belisarius, which is actually an overhaul mod of the Belisarius DLC, The Last Roman, which comes with vanilla Attila Total War. And Age of Belisarius basically overhauls that DLC and brings it up to the same standard as this mod. So if you'd like to play what is effectively the prequel to Age of Justinian, you could download Age of Belisarius and basically play through a brand spanking, overhauled and improved version of the Last Roman DLC, if you like. I haven't tried it yet myself, but I feel like I would like to one of these days. I thought that's a really good candidate for a YouTube Let's Play, actually, is Age of Belisarius. So I may even show it on stream. We'll see. Since Dr. Fat is requesting it now in the chat. Well, I'll think about it. There's lots of other Attila mods to cover as well, though. There's Ancient Empires, there's Medieval Kingdoms. There's plenty more to cover in the Attila department, as well as plenty more still to do in the Medieval 2 department as well. And Rome Remastered. There's still many, many mods for us to get through in this series, I've got to say. We're not even close to done. But anyway, thanks for joining me today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow with I don't know what. Like I said, our new Saturday series going forward, well, weekend series anyway, going forward is probably going to be Knights of the Old Republic, but I don't know if I actually want to start it this weekend. We might do something else instead. We might do some more Total War. I don't know. I was thinking of maybe actually doing some more Realms of Ruin, depending on how well it gets received on YouTube, so yeah. Wait, didn't you say no? Just no Sunday? Yeah, no Sundays. I'm talking about tomorrow. I mean, wait a minute. What day is it today? It's Saturday, isn't it? Okay, never mind. Ignore me. I thought it was Friday today for some reason. I don't know why. Typical streamer moment there. Forgot what day of the week it is because weekends are meaningless to us streamers. Yeah, okay. It is in fact Saturday today, so forget what I said. Yeah, I'm not streaming tomorrow. Just because, yeah, you're right. It's because there was no stream on Thursday, and that screwed everything up. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, regardless, I'll probably be back on Thursday. Then ignore everything I've just. I feel so stupid. Yeah, I'll be back on Thursday with more of who knows what, and then next Saturday, probably I will be starting Knights of the Old Republic. I've managed to get it working beautifully, actually, on my system now. Touch wood. But I've managed to get Knights of the Old Republic working in borderless window, 1080p, full screen loveliness, which means it should be flawless to stream with OBS. which is all good stuff, because in the past I had loads of technical issues with Knights of the Old Republic because of the resolution it ran in and stuff. But with a bit of help from Django over on Discord, I've managed to get my KOTOR running beautifully in 1080p on Windows 11. So I am looking forward to starting that. I have to admit, it's been a long-ass time since I played Knights of the Old Republic, and it's a game that holds a special place in my heart because it is, I think it's the second RPG I ever played. Because the first RPG I ever played, proper RPG, not including Diablo-style action RPGs, the first proper RPG I ever played was Neverwinter Nights, and that was followed by, I think, Knights of the Old Republic on the Xbox. It was either that or it was Morrowind. I don't remember which came first out of the two. So, KOTOR, as a result, has big nostalgia value to me. So, with the restoration mod, no, I've not decided to mod it really, aside from installing like widescreen fixes and things. I think there's one other fix mod I might install that deals with a game-breaking glitch you can very, very occasionally get on Korriban, that I might install as well, just for safety's sake, because I can... Sod's Law is, like, I'll get the 1 in 100 chance bug on Korriban in the stream series, because that's just my luck, really. So I feel like that might be good insurance installing that fix pack. But aside from that, I haven't decided to mod it, really, with anything. So, right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm finished waffling. I'm going to get rid of you all. If you've been watching this on YouTube, thanks jolly much. Jolly much? No. Thanks very much. This is how you know I need to stop. Thanks very much for tuning in if you've been watching this on YouTube. I'll catch up with your comments later as usual. And I'll see you for the next part of this mod showcase series. I don't know what the next mod's going to be. Maybe Medieval Kingdoms 1212. People have been requesting it for long enough. Perhaps that'll be the one we next take a look at. Anyway. Who can we raid? That's the other thing. That's the other thing I need to remember to do occasionally. Variax is playing Baldur's Gate 3, although is he... Oh, he is actually still playing it. I was wondering if he was about to stop, because he's been streaming a while tonight, but... We're going to go raid V. He's playing some BG3. I've started playing Baldur's Gate 3 myself, actually. I finally caved and started playing it, even though I haven't finished BG 1 and 2. And I have to admit, I've been enjoying it immensely. So, 10 out of 10 do you recommend. Alright, folks. Say hi to V for me. No, I'm not recording it, HJ. Say hi to V for me, and I'll see you on Thursday. Toodaloo.